Hey guys, welcome back. If you haven't seen it, we have a serial chargeback scammer on the loose. I've been doing some serious digging. I will be sharing everything I can so online sellers can protect themselves and we can prevent this from happening to anyone else. There will be a follow-up. Whether there's a video or not, there's definitely going to be some following up to do. Let's get into it. So we had Vault and Vert who were scammed by this individual amongst many others. If you have been scammed, if you know anyone, if you sell online, this is an important video for you and everyone else that you know. Please share it as much as you possibly can. I don't usually ask that, but in this case, I want to prevent people from getting scammed in the same way. His name is Cody McAllister. and has gone by the name Bubblebeam Breaks. He deactivated, deleted, or was removed from Instagram recently. Do not engage, do not harass. I don't care how many people this guy has scammed, will scam. Don't care. We're gonna handle it. Don't worry about it. Everything I have will be forwarded to the authorities, victims, shows, and owners of the buildings the fraud was conducted in. We got it under control. This is for public awareness. Do not, if you want to help, share this. And if you have additional information, reach out to me, Discord, at me in general chat. Make sure I see it because my DMs are absolutely flustered. This is very urgent because I don't want to see anyone else lose thousands of dollars. Okay, starting off here, we have this Access Helps Building Community website, which is rental housing projects. He's running these scams out of several government subsidized housing locations in Medford, Oregon. If you receive an order from here, especially from anyone named Cody, you need to cancel the order. There's a very good chance you're going to have a chargeback filed for those Pokemon cards, and who knows if you win it or not. Most of the time this guy has been successful. It's wild that he has, but he has been. So you're saying, Rattle, what's going on here? How do we know? Well, there's a whole bunch of them here. If you go in around this area, in the Medford area, you see all these little red ticks. If you receive orders from anywhere from those red ticks on this website, accesshelps.org, cancel it. Got it? Good. For the time being, until we can have this dealt with. This was a collaboration between this company on screen here, Win Companies, and another that we'll take a look at in a second, that converted motels into low-income government-subsidized apartments. And Cody has been hopping around scamming people for Pokemon cards at various locations. So the address is not a telltale. Any particular address, if it's in and around that area, you need to be extremely careful, especially if it's a high dollar value. The other company, HAGC, shown here, partnered with them in order to create all of these Section 8 housing units. We'll be reaching out to both in order to advise them about the fraud being conducted by Cody on their properties. I'm sure they'll be excited to hear about that. Now, first area of interest, and we're going to go in chronological order. That's the best way I could. This thing is an absolute web of scamming nonsense. So we're going in chronological order. I'm going to say where the scams are happening. I'm going to say what events took place in order as we progress. I'm sure there's a ton of blanks there from people that will hopefully reach out so we can fill this all in and everyone can file the appropriate action with the authorities. So, first area of interest is here, where conventions are being held. The old 901 Rosenly Drive. Looks like Cody is using chargeback fraud to obtain free Pokemon cards and selling them at conventions. That is not very nice, Cody. Why would you do that? First of which, here, he was a vendor at Meadowlark Comic-Con on July 27th and 28th, 2024. Do not blame the shows. They were unaware of Cody stealing from Pokemon cards online, from sellers online. They didn't know. Just want to make that really clear. Not an accomplice, in my opinion. He signed up for their 2025 show, but mysteriously canceled. We can probably guess why. Maybe it's because people were onto him. So here's the show, the website for the show, the upcoming shows, and I'm pretty certain they're not going to want Cody back at anything in the future. So that's a good start. If he doesn't have a way to sell this stuff, then maybe he'll stop stealing it. All right, we have scam location number 1, referred to as the Lore or the Loring housing complex in Medford, Oregon, previously the Ramada Hotel and Conference Center. One of many. Here's what it looked like. We're going to use Google Maps magic to make it change. Here's what it looked like when it was a hotel. Here's what the government subsidized housing looked like in 2024. With the branding removed, you always see like the big hotel signs. They don't bother to get rid of those, but they do remove the signage. Everyone seems to have a mobility scooter, and like Nothing against low income, subsidized housing for the people that need it, but it should not be used as a scam headquarters, multiple scam headquarters. All right, insert more victims here. There were a couple comments on the event post announcing that Bubble Beam Breaks would be attending. I'm sure there are many more. If you were one, again, please reach out at me in my Discord general chat. It's the best way to get in touch. You can also reach out to anyone else who was impacted. Just find a way. Get in touch with me. Discord general chat at me. Make sure I see it. Again, I'm absolutely swamped at the moment. Always. But I wanna get to the bottom of this. I wanna get this solved. I wanna get this resolved so nobody else. Because if nothing happens here, this is just gonna keep happening. If the chargebacks work, if they keep working, he's gonna keep doing it. And it looks like he's getting greedier. Some higher value stuff. And then when you start doing it to people who have a platform, people that start speaking out, people that start noticing, hey, I got scammed by them too. So first let's look at the scam that happened to the store that Jay Fraser Pro worked at for $457.99. Look at that. And yes, it's all Pokemon cards. And of course, Cody charged it back. And again, it's crazy to me that you can win a chargeback case when you just keep doing it over and over again. Like surely at some point they should just go back and look and like, hey, this guy's charging back everything he buys. Show number 2. Cody was a vendor at the Anna Medford Anime Convention on September 21st and 22nd, 2024. This is their nice little post here that they do for the people vending at the event. Same 901 Rosenly Drive location, which is conveniently close to all the motels turned government subsidized living spaces that the scamming has been coming from. Who would have thought? We got more socials again, not the fault of the conventions. I just want to map out a timeline for when and where he was stealing and selling. Same here, he signed up for the 2025 show, but recently canceled. Suspicious. All right, show number 3. We have the Josephine County Fairgrounds, which is a long hike compared to the other 2 events, but it's still in the general area. You could probably still get there if you needed to. The event that he attended was on December 21st, 2024, the last minute gift sale. How nice of Cody to steal Pokemon cards and likely sell those stolen cards at a Christmas show. Nothing says the spirit of Christmas like stealing Pokemon cards and selling them at a Christmas show. Am I right? Just like, you had to be an absolute disgusting human being to steal from small businesses in general, whether it's a store, whether it's somebody that's selling on their platform. Just, what are you doing? Like, it's bad enough to be like one of those like Walmart thieves, but just a step above that. There is no situation you should be in ever to be stealing from small businesses. Here's the Bubble Beam Breaks vendor spotlight where he chose to use an image of Bulk V's. We sell Pokemon cards and toys. Oh, that is so nice of you. For the kids, for the community, all the Bulk V's. So I don't know, maybe he didn't want to put images here of the stolen packs and cards that he got. Maybe he opened the packs and then is selling off the singles. I'm not really sure. That would be something nice to ask him. Cody, if you'd like to reach out, I'd love to have a chat with you. It would be great if you could just make it right for the people that you stole from. I'm assuming it's beyond your means to do so. I can't imagine you have the $10,000. Much more than $10,000 we're going to take a look at today. And who knows how many other people he scammed. Because chances are we just don't know about the others. Next scam, or attempted scam rather. Here he failed on this one. We have 1-up cards. Here Cody tried to charge back $134 in Japanese sealed product, but the case was closed in favor of the seller. You gotta like to see it. I don't know why this one was. Cody, you fucked up there, buddy. Alright, next. It's the Merrick time. We're getting into the Merrick, boys and girls. The Merrick apartment complex in Medford, Oregon, previously in at the Commons, as you can see on the little bridgy widgy here. We're in 2019, magically, thanks to the magic of Google. And then we're gonna just get out on the road here in 2024, where you can see that the branding was removed. It's looking a little rusty there. I don't know. What did they do here? Did they take the wood off of the side of it? Maybe? Not really sure. It still shows the letters though, so maybe it was painted. Not important. Next step, we have 2019 when there's motel rooms. We have 2024 with the government assisted. I guess they changed it from yellow to green, or maybe it's just the lighting, the camera angle. It's from the other side. So maybe from one side it looks green, the other side it looks yellow. Regardless, you get the point here. We're hopping around all over Medford and scamming. Next is the anonymous store that got scammed by Cody on April 18th, 2025 for $517.39. Ouch. Here it is. We have the transaction. Here it is, the standard Cody chargeback. That's not very nice, Cody. That's $517. All right, before we get into the creators who were scammed recently and put out content on it, the Vault and Vert scams, I'm going to thank you guys for tuning in. Watching the videos is more than enough thanks, but if you want to do a little extra, the reason why I can spend just a disgusting amount of time on this stuff, the reason why I can dig deep is because you guys support the channel. The best ways to support the channel here are to do the free stuff. If I have a link that you can click, an affiliate link, if I have a code that you can use, save yourself some money and support the channel that way. Make sure it's something that you actually want. Make sure it's something that you're actually looking to purchase. But just think about me before you do. So we got PSA Pikachu, Sakura's Card Shop, Card Market, Buy. We got the Catch 'em All collectibles, spend 25, get a free 25. Collector app for tracking your collection. A bunch of discount codes for the stuff that I use and recommend. A bunch of click before you shop. Again, just click it before you shop. Takes a couple extra seconds, but it all adds up. And thank you very much to everyone that does that. You're the reason why I can spend way too much time trying to track down these crooks. Speaking of help tracking down crooks, thank you to Card Market for sponsoring. You know I like those singles. Next. Okay, we're going on to the Vault. He showed the chargebacks in his video. Unfortunately, for reasons in his area, he probably has to be a little careful with blanking out the names of perpetrators, regardless of how scammy they are. But we have the first of two chargebacks here. We have the second of two chargebacks here. And that's a lot of money. Cody, you're getting greedy, Cody. My goodness. All right. Then we have Vert here, who's going to show the disputes on his email. Looks like Vert was scammed for a total of $1,927.88. Again, no small chunk of change. Unacceptable. Like, it's bad enough if you're scamming people for 130 bucks like we saw earlier, but when you're getting into, between the two of them, close to $10,000, that's some serious shit, and that's gonna get you a little bit hot on the heat map, the scammer heat map, and it's gonna get people talking. It's gonna get other people that are surely gonna reach out and be like, hey, I got scammed by this guy too. So here's the Cody order number 1 from Vert. Cody order number 2. I'm gonna have to reach out to Vert and find out what the cert number is on that. I wonder if you ever have anything like this happen, make sure you file a police report, contact PSA, have them disable the cert number here, and at least, at bare minimum, if it's a 10, they're going to have to crack it if they want to get it out of the case. If it's something vintage, you can probably track it down regardless, so there's not really any point in cracking it. I guess it makes it a little harder to identify. But if it's stuff that with any imperfections, any hollow pattern, any centering, anything like that, and it's a valuable card, you're going to be able to track it down. And order number 3 here. All right, we have one more location to be careful for. I mean, you got to be careful for all of the locations. I have no idea where he is, where he's going, where he's going to be, but there's a good chance it's going to be one of these Medford conversions. So we got the final motel turn section 8 location of the video, and yes, there could be more. This is the Roxy apartment complex in Medford, Oregon. Previously, Econo Lodge Inn and Suites, Medford Inn, as shown in the photo here. Maybe we do a little zoom in here. We got the signage. We got the signage. And then finally we got the, here it is, converted. We got the old conversion action. We got the empty signs. We got the sign removed from the front little doohickey there. Doesn't matter which it is. There are many in the area. It seems like a dying city where they used to have people wanting to stay in motels, hotels, whatever it might be, or they just didn't care and they want to get rid of it. Now they're converting this into this kind of scenario, and nothing against anyone else who has to live here who needs this, but you can't be scamming. This is insane. I'm sure that authorities are going to be able to track this guy down. It doesn't look like he goes far. Thanks for tuning in. Again, guys, don't usually ask you guys to share the video, but something like this is extremely important. If you're selling online, if you know anyone that's selling online, share this information with them so that if they receive orders from this guy, again, he might switch stuff up. So you gotta have an eye out. You gotta know. Chances are it's gonna be in Medford. Chances are it's gonna be a motel conversion. Hopefully he doesn't get anyone else. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm going to be following up, trying to dig up some more information. Anyone that has information, I'll put that through. I'll add it to the extreme timeline that I got going on here now. Get it all over to the people that need it. But I just truly want to make sure no one else gets scammed by this for the time being. Newsworthy, in the best interest of the public, etc., etc. Take care.
Like, other than her being a woman, for the casual listener of and person that watch sports, why is it a lot for her to be sitting on the sideline?
Well, that's it, because it is one. That's all it is to us, and for men. Like, to me, it's brilliant. Why wouldn't you do it when you got the kind of investment in your hand? So, you got to learn as much as you can about it. They just want her to learn out of sight. Learn over there. Don't be right in front of all the brute jock smelling football game. You know what I mean? It just bothers our sensibility a little.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think anytime you're expecting something, you have to inspect what you expect if you want that to be a reality. So I'm in favor of that, but I do understand how that could be very challenging, especially as such aggressive sports to have a young lady sitting there like overlording what's going on. It's crazy.
Yep.
Status for it, though. Status for it.
I mean, I'll say why.
So, Mace, do you think that she should be doing that?
The mink was necessary, killer.
Yeah, I had to go get the mink from Mike. The mink is necessary. Sleeveless string, Mike. Yeah. The mink was necessary, man. The mink was necessary, man. Thank you for your love, man.
That's the first thing I thought about. I said, we done got White House enemy in the same show.
Nah, this the Black House, man. This the sleeveless mink, Mike. You ain't had a sleeveless mink.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yo, mate. So let me ask you this: you said it's challenging. Are you cool with that?
If I'm playing football, I don't know if I would want, a young lady just walking past, calling the plays and all that. I think it's kind of different for football,
I think she's gonna call the plays. I think she's just trying to learn.
Yeah, but you ever play kickball and somebody was on the field trying to play jumping jacks on the field while you trying to play kickball? See, you get the picture. You can't really play, you know what I'm saying? She's doing too much, man. Nah, shout out to her. We just be having fun.
In other words, no.
Right.
Yeah. But you see how when you paint the picture, everybody can see exactly what's going on. It's like you trying to play full court and somebody is still trying to play one-on-one on half of the court. It's like, bro, we got both of the courts and they're still trying to play.
And then when you run down the court, they try to move out the way real quick.
Yeah. And then when you roof his ball, you're wrong,
Yeah, hey, crazy, but yeah, I get it. Listen, I'll say... Yes,
let me ask this, Cam. How much of her pulchritude comes into our discomfort? Pulchritude means her physical appearance, what she looks like. You see what I'm saying? What do you think?
Do she look good? I don't know. Does she look good?
She's a. Yeah,
I mean, yeah. Once he starts stuttering, I'm gonna take that. Once he starts stuttering, I'm gonna say, yeah.
She's a nice looking young lady. She's not, you know what I mean. I don't want to, I ain't got nothing about money, you know what I'm saying.
They allow cowgirls to be on the sideline.
All of them look good. That's why they cheerleaders. You mean cheerleaders, right? You mean cheerleaders, right?
Listen, that's a great question. That's a great question, Mike. The thing about it is, it's a couple things with that. It's in your era, it would have been cool. Now you calling you're calling human resources. Any flirtation goes on, anything like that, they making it into something big. So first of all, players, I wouldn't flirt, and hopefully, like you said, if she looked good, that's still the person cutting your check. So that's first and foremost.
Right.
But so you're gonna have to learn to control yourself. But what I was actually gonna say was this: is that I think that you can learn without having to be on the field. We've seen a great owner in Jeannie Buss for years. You barely see her at the game unless she's in the seats or maybe in the skybox. You don't have to necessarily be in the environment to make players or maybe even coaches uncomfortable on what they're doing. So we've seen a woman run an organization for a long time and be successful as far as winning championships after her father passed away. Not just winning championships, but growing the team in value as well. So I think it can be done without having to be physically present on the sidelines.
My take, I just feel like if you're gonna be the CEO and owner, you might as well just go all in, which is what I feel like she's doing. If that makes her feel like she has more involvement and like she can actually know more of what's going on and that helps her, then I feel like cool, that works for her. But the last thing I'll say, because I know Mace was like, of course you're for it, but it's like I'm for it mainly because that was her father's job and he passed it down to his 3 daughters. Like, he didn't have any sons and it's a family legacy. I mean, Jim Irsay's father, when he bought the team, he passed that role on to him. So I think just to keep it down the legacy, when they have kids and kids and kids and kids and kids and they keep going, I think it's dope to keep it in the family. So that's my take on it.
So she have to be on the field to keep the legacy going?
No, I just feel like that's part of the look. Like, if you want to run shit, go run shit how you want to run shit.
Yeah, you're right. It's your money. It's your team.
That part right there.
I like that.
Right there.
See?
That part. Like, I know Jerry was raising the Dallas Cowboys profile, but he also wanted to raise his own profile. And nobody would ever know who she is, but now we do know because she's on the sideline. Like Cam said, couldn't you have gotten all of this up in the box? I'm sure you can work it out. You own the stadium. They'll give you all that information in the box. But she's raising her profile.
2 things real quick. To Mike's point, another female in the football world is raising their profile. Bill Belichick's girlfriend on the sidelines, raising her profile. That's first and foremost. Yeah. Secondly, I don't think that I brought up Jeannie Buss, but I don't think that it's gender related. I think that if any new owner comes on, if it's man or female, on the sidelines with headphones, overlooking everything, it's just going to create an uncomfortable environment. From time to time, we see standout owners on whether it's bad. Jerry Jones used to be on the sidelines from time to time years ago, but you don't see him on the sidelines. Sometimes you used to see, even though he's not the majority owner anymore, Mark Cuban sitting courtside, James Dolan sitting courtside. But most of the time, these owners sit up in their skybox or sit in their seats and they mind their business. If they have a problem with it, then they'll talk to the coaches, general managers, players, so on and so forth. But it's not so visible. Maybe it's a new day and age, and this is what's going to happen. But I'm just saying, I just think male or female, it creates an uncomfortable environment for the team. Because listen, you got to think about this. If you're sitting there playing and the owner comes down, I'm not talking about her, I'm just talking about the owner. As a player, you're going to be like, yo, here come this nigga, we fucking up. But now this nigga down here on the field, he don't usually be down here with me. I'm just saying, when it's still a boss. And when your boss comes around and you're not always have the best relationship with your boss, not saying it's good, bad, or indifferent, if they're not usually there, you're like, what's this nigga doing down here? But if that's the new way she wants to handle it, I agree with what Stat says, absolutely. Do shit your way. It's your fucking team, it's your stadium, it's your building, but I just think it creates an uncomfortable environment for the team.
That's a good take too. And there's always 2 sides, so I wonder what the team thinks of it. And I wonder how it will translate as the season progresses, but we will have to wait and see. But y'all, that is all the time that we have for today. Mike, it was a pleasure to have you as always.
It's always good to be with you guys too. But one last thing. Do you not think that there's some guys in that locker room saying, dude, Man, y'all, hey, boy, hey, ain't she married? Y'all, boy, we can get to her, boy, you know, this
Oh, for sure.
she worth $1 billion, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nigga trying
I'm
to.
sure the odds are somebody in a corner talking about it some way when they should be talking about the slant route. That's all I'm saying.
No,
Hey, y'all, Mike, listen, two things to that. First of all, you're right, nigga trying to retire at 26, like that's wifey, man. Secondly, and lastly,
And
for my
women do it all the
take,
time, so I ain't talking about them. Women do
yeah.
it all the time.
Secondly, and lastly, for my take for the night, because I know you're about to wrap. You thinking like that, Mike? Don't throw that on other niggas, man. That's where your brain go. You always try to throw something on somebody else. That's where your brain is at.
You're right.
Exactly.
I'm hoping
And
brothers are progressive and thinking about their future finances like I am all the time.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. Shout out to French Montana. He just got engaged to the Princess of Dubai. I dig it.